Hello there. It is currently 6 to midnight. 6 minutes, that is. Although you probably could have guessed that. It's not difficult to guess that. And it is my birthday tomorrow. And I'm very excited. I'm turning 18. It's going to be wonderful. And I thought I would play a little bit of Beethoven. Because there's nothing quite like Beethoven. There's nothing quite so elemental, so ferocious yet staid, so poised. And the piece I will be playing for you today is the second movement of the 32nd Sonata in C minor. It begins in C minor with the... once again. Something like that. I haven't practiced for a long time, and it is very late. But I thought I will coincide with this monumentous occasion of aging. Well, you see, it's not the age that gets you. Gets me. It's the irreversibility. Time tends to run in one direction, at least. I haven't found anyone who's managed to reverse it. We've tried plastic surgery, elixirs of eternal life, the fountain of youth. Nothing's worked yet. We simply keep getting older. And of course, that's the foundation of almost every existential crisis ever put to paper, dreamt up of, thought about. But it never loses its sting, not really. Oh, 4 minutes. Yeah, at any rate. The arietta and variations. Well, there it is. 18. You know, it surprised me that I lived this long. But no, I'm privileged. Privileged to have gotten this far. Privileged to have been brought up in a good, supportive family. Have a big, grand piano to play on. My wife. I will be, celebrating my birthday alone tomorrow. Well, if I liked a party, I would have a party. But I still wouldn't have anyone to invite. But that's okay. Because loneliness doesn't take any prisoners, and I'm not lonely. But I am alone, and there's an important distinction to be made between the two, because I think loneliness is, well, or at least aloneness is a big issue that faces a lot of artists these days, which is funny because there's never been more support, more homogeny, more interconnectedness in the artistic community and the wider world community. But I played Beethoven, and I didn't play it very well, but if I played Beethoven the way I played just then, the majority of academics would reject it. And that's okay. That's their right. And if it's their individual opinion, then I cannot stop them. I encourage them to have individual opinions. But when an entire industry rallies against the playing of music in a way that makes sense and is deeply personal, deeply vulnerable, requires such enormous bravery, and I'm not saying that I'm brave, but I'm saying that my heart quails to speak these words. Yes, well, perhaps I am brave. I don't think it matters. Yes, it's a very isolating feeling to be told, you played the wrong way. You're doing incorrect. Beethoven certainly would not have intended it that way. Well, I'm not Beethoven. I'm Rackman John, and that's the channel name I selected. It's a stupid play on words. Some of you will understand it, some of you will not. But I've enjoyed this, and I dedicate this birthday unto you, dear viewer. And I'm going to continue to give as much as I can to what really is a community that I've formed. It's not a very big one. It doesn't need to be a big one. If it was one person, I'd call it a community. Because that's what we need. It's what the world needs. Community. Rather than connection. Connection's easy. It's just got a lot faster. We don't write emails to each other, we send messages. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's a gift. We no longer have to rely on snail mail. No, we've got the bright, glistening internet age. And we're still lonely. So, it's a privilege. Even if my views don't currently reflect it. I mean, I could care less about views, but it's a privilege to have so many people care about what I have to say. But the greater privilege is to be part of the community. Not as a leader, but as a participant. Maybe even the owner of a library or a coffee shop. It's a good thing. And I've learned a lot from you guys and girls and, well, anyone else. It's very humbling to be able to share what little I know. Maybe you don't know some of it. Maybe you'll enjoy it. I don't know. But I have to keep on trying. So do you. So, is there an antidote to loneliness? I don't think so. I think some of us are destined to be alone because that's the lot of an individual. But does it have to be that way? Should it be that way? No. No. I think it's good that we're able to reach out across vast tracts of land and the deeps of the ocean and know that there is someone there who understands and who gets us, and that we can share our music with them and be known, be understood. Could you feel that? Could you feel my trepidation as the clock ran closer and closer to midnight? Could you feel that as I played? I hope you could, because I play as I feel. That's why music's important. That's why playing in a way unique to you is important, because no one else is going to do it. No one else is going to understand you. You have to do it yourself. You have to express that. That way, we will understand too. So that's why I'm saying, no matter how you interact with the community, whether you join our server, because it's not my server, it's our server, communism, whether you participate in our community, whether you comment, whether you simply watch and know that there are people out there who care for you and who understand you and who want to get to know you better. No matter how you participate, you are cared for, and you don't have to be alone. And by all rights, you shouldn't be alone. So, I look forward to putting another video up. I always try to. I have so much academics, so much practice to do. Not that it gets me anywhere. I mean, I don't actually practice that much. Pretty rubbish right now. Again, there's a way I want to play it, and there's a way that I have to play it for my exam. It has to be full of joy. I don't know how to do that. I'm trying. But it's not me. Either way. Age is such an arbitrary thing. But it's what it represents, really. That constant motion forwards. Never ends. Can't never go back. It's irreversible. It's like Beethoven. Beethoven had repeats, at least. No, I wouldn't go back to being 17. If I went back and did it all again, or 16, or 15. Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. I have a lot of shame, a lot of discomfort. Even now. Regrets. But yeah, it's It's not something we should want to change. It's no use belly aching about the past. It's the future that belongs to us. It's the future that belongs to those with the will to actualize change, to continue, no matter the cost, to make the sacrifices required to succeed, to express themselves, to not fold to the pressure of the world. I sometimes wonder if I'm a cult leader. It's a pretty rubbish cult, full of music nerds and the occasional crazy person. There's plenty of crazy people who are on this little community of ours. I celebrate you. I toast you. Toast you and your insanity. Yeah. Well, the moment is past, isn't it? I have been talking for too long. Well, words are all I have now. It's all over. It's done with. I'm going to stop the camera now. Alright, I'll see you next time. It's been wonderful. Here's to another year of Rackman John. And thank you. Thank you for being part of this community. Our community. The Grand Manor community.